You're wasting all the time. Another hour gone, did you hear the chime? You're wasting all the time.
Recorded for Thursday,
May 5th,
2022, this year of our Lord.
Anno
Oh, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Hello, hello. You are reaching Wasting All the Time at Improv Comedy Podcast. This is an orange episode, which means that you will be graced by me, myself, and I. That's right. Orange episodes are hosted by I, Jess, the lovely lady of the Landish Lads podcast. Also known as Wasting.
I'm tired of hearing how landish I am. God damn it.
I mean, I'm landed a little bit. I have a little bit of land, which so technically correct.
John's just sad and saying nothing. All right. So yes, we are an improv comedy podcast, which means that everything that you hear on this episode is entirely made up based off of suggestions that are provided to us by our wonderful Patreon supporters. If you're interested in being one of our Patreon supporters, it's just $1 a month, and you get exclusive additional episodes, and you get to experience the live recordings of all of our episodes. Anyway, back to the episode. I am not doing this podcast by myself. I am graced with my lovely cohorts to do this orange episode to brighten up your day, lighten up your life just a little bit. So I will name them, and they shall introduce themselves. We have Dave.
Hello, my name is Dave. I am one of the co-founders of the podcast. Hi, I hope you enjoy it.
And we have a Cody.
That's me. I am also a co-founder of the podcast, kind of. I'm more like an inaugural member, and Dave is making fun of my typos as he should be.
And we have a John.
I'm John. I was against this whole thing from the start, but somehow got roped into it anyway. So this is my purgatory. Welcome to it.
And we make up your wasting all the time performers for this morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever it is that you are listening to this podcast. Now, the one thing that I do appreciate of this podcast is that we do have a basic structure of little nuggets of happiness that we hit in every episode. And so I hope you have your eating bib on and your fork and knife at the ready for this scrumdiddlyumptious first segment of this orange episode.
Style it. Here we go. Art. What you want to know? Jess is gonna shape our minds like Play-Doh. A to the R to the final T. Art's been around since the dawn of humanity. Marble, oils, whatever the medium. Jess is gonna shout it from on top the proscenium. Grab your notebook and make a note, cause Jess is the best. Jess is the goat.
Yo, this time I want to talk to you guys about something that's super duper important, and that is having somebody in your life that is gonna keep you on goddamn track. That's right, I'm not talking so much about like find your odd inspiration wherever you can, look at a pretty butterfly and then stare at it for 3 fucking hours, because quite frankly, if you're trying to get into it as a business, you can't fucking do that, because you gotta have somebody that's standing behind you saying, hey, should you be really looking at that butterfly for 3 fucking hours, or maybe why don't you look at it for a couple minutes and then focus on the shit that you're supposed to get done, because you got clients that have already prepaid for part of their commissions. What the fuck are you doing? going. Get your shit together, Jess. Everybody needs that person who knows how to manage in their life, especially if you're an artist. And I know that this is supposed to be a funny segment thing, but it is a big pitfall of a lot of artists, a lot of studios that are all artist-led. They don't have somebody who understands the numbers and they understand what it's like to be a manager. So, this is what I'm saying. You can be creative and you can be wonderful and you can be great, but you gotta pay respect to those people that know how to deal with Excel spreadsheets, that know how much your time is actually worth, and they know how much you can get done, and they know how to guide you so that you are not stuck, cold, tired, penniless, and then endlessly posting memes of like that whole like you can't eat for recognition or anything like that. Okay? Respect those people, man.
Fuck yeah.
So, we're going to move on to our next tiny, delicious morsel of scrumdumptious.
Upwards, downwards, forwards, backwards, I say we go fruitwards.
Hey listeners, how you doing? We're now at the segment of Fruitwards. The way that this segment works is we have a green card and we've got a red card. One of those cards has an adjective, the other one has a noun. It's a classic game with a beautiful twist so that we don't get sued. We're going to take both of those words and together we will use them as inspiration for a scene. Now, we're not just going to pull those cards because, quite frankly, none of us own that game. But you know what we do own? The hearts of our wonderful patrons, including Unexampled Salt, who has so graciously programmed a Fruitwards app that you can get. That's right, it is on the Android network. You can also go to fruitwards.com and you can use it there. And I highly recommend it for anybody who's listening to this and you do improv and you need something for like inspiration, because I think it's really super duper cool. So we are going to draw the cards, and we have Highfed Pulpitoon.
Pulpitoon.
So Highfed is pampered, fed luxuriously.
Okay, so for once, what it sounds like.
And a pulpitoon
Right.
is a kind of delicate confectionery or cake, perhaps made from the pulp of fruit. Oh,
How
that
is something
sounds
defined as
delicious.
perhaps? This is not a saltism. I'm not razzing on salt this time for once.
perhaps.
Like, this is a pulpitoon. It might be made from fruit. We don't fucking know.
Perhaps it was made from fruit. I don't know.
One could argue that chocolate is pulped cocoa beans.
Oh, really?
That'd be quite an argument.
Eh.
I'm about it. I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, because I mean it's basically a nut that you roast and then grind up and then process into something that's edible.
Aren't there weird steps with like using acid and shit to like?
There might be. I'm not Belgian. I don't know this shit.
Oh,
I'm-
no.
I'm
Please don't.
Thinking
look
of
at
that scene. Wait, are you Belgian?
What?
Was it the Belgians that did it first?
No, that was just the first European nation that popped into my head that might be chocolate adjacent.
Belgians are known for their chocolate, I believe.
I was thinking of the video with Gordon Ramsay making cocoa in what looks like some jungle type environment, and
That is where it typically grows.
And so like they're using like all kinds of crazy shit. There's like acid and other like honestly dangerous chemicals, and like, yeah, you put this in, it separates these out, and you skim it off the top, and chocolate. It's like, the fuck?
Mm.
Dang.
My lord, I have prepared your fruit cake.
Well,
Oh,
well,
thank
well.
you very much. Looks lovely
So-
as usual.
Well,
Yes, my
well,
lords. It is the variety without candied cherries. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, yes,
Well,
I
well.
very much dislike the candied cherries. I feel they are masquerading as something they are not.
Well, 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 well. Well,
Yes, I know. that this is a divisive topic betwixt the two of thee. But I hope that the arrangement that we've made to trade off will be satisfactory, and that there won't be anyone going back on their promise to be an adult about it.
Well.
We did use the finest rum. I hope that's
the finest rum, Belvedere. The finest,
my lord, from amongst our collection of rums, this one was deemed the finest. Is it objectively, on a global perspective, the finest?
I was referring more to the level of sieve it can pass through.
Well, on that front, my lord, I think you'll find it to be quite fine indeed.
Wonderful, Belvedere, wonderful.
Well.
Well. Yes, I sense the friction here.
Lord Montjoy, is there something you'd like to say?
Well, well.
Lord Montjoy did witness me drop the fruitcake upon the floor, but I assured the Lord that it was clean and shan't be any hairs found upon.
Belvedere, upon the floor or upon the cake?
The cake was, my lord, verily upon the floor.
Yes, but which
However,
will have no hairs upon it?
Well,
which is the clean thing you are referring to?
Well.
It was the floor, and by the
floor was
transitive
clean, Belvedere.
Property, therefore, the cake would also be clean.
I see, Belvedere. So you're saying that both are in fact clean, both the floor and the fruitcake.
It follows, my lord, that the cake would also be clean. Yes. And
thank you for clearing that up, Belvedere.
I should say,
would you slice me a cut?
Well.
Yes, I can do that. Here you go, my lord.
A bit larger, Belvedere.
Well, of course, my lord. I think you may. No, I shan't say so. Here is a larger piece, my lord.
Thank you very much, Belvedere.
Well.
Lord Montjoy, does this piece meet your satisfaction?
Well.
I see. Are you going to resist the fruitcake, Lord Montjoy? You did agree to alternate.
Well.
Yes, I see. Shall I cut it into little bits? Would that be satisfactory?
Well.
Oh, if it is not my long-lost cousins, Montjoy and Launtjoy. Hello, family members.
Well, hello, Lord Fontjoy.
Yes. Always a pleasure to be in your company.
Well.
Belvedere, what do we have here? What is this delightful concoction you've brought?
Well, we do have, of course, a fruit cake, minus the candied cherries, for my lords. Would you care for one yourself,
candied
Lord?
Cherries are deceivers, you see.
Well.
I always found them delightful.
Well.
Yes, you and Montjoy have that in common.
Scene. Oh my gosh. Finally hitting the contentment of well.
Yeah, Jess, nicely done with the one-word character. That was top tier.
Just figured we were all so eager to be in that for like the three of us are so eager to be in that first scene. We like all pretty much said something at the same time. And I'm like, well, I exist, but I don't have to. Fine.
I just got totally caught up on Dave's pronunciation of fruit cake.
I do enjoy that.
Mi piace molto.
Well, listeners, that was Fruitwards. I hope that it tintillated and tastelated your taste buds. It was about food, so let's see.
It's a fruit.
It was a fruit. Let's see what amazing, delectable course we have up for you next. Nom nom nom.
What have you been up to? To what up have you been?
That's right. This is the period where we just get to sit and chat and let everybody know what we've been up to. All of our creative endeavors, our non-creative endeavors, our triumphs and our tribulations, and also our failures and our hard-learned lessons.
Truths.
That.
So I'm gonna go counterclockwise as to how I don't know why I went into this accent. Counterclockwise as to how I introduced everybody at the beginning of the episode. So, John, we're going to start with you.
Okay. Well, I finally caught COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, that was pretty fun. But I'm better now. So that's even more fun.
You're like the podcast. You're better now.
Yes, it's life imitating art. But part of that is I don't know why, but when I get sick, like it's not a comfort food, it's a comfort activity. I always gravitate towards like playing old DOS games. So this time around, I ended up trying out the very first Elder Scrolls game, Arena.
Oh, yes!
It's actually quite fun. I'm enjoying it.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's definitely it's definitely of its time as far as like the general level of forgiveness or lack thereof. I've now gotten to the point where like I've figured out how to game the system enough that it's, I don't know how much more I'll play it because I've basically rendered myself invulnerable. But
oh my.
Yeah. There's some like major exploits in the whole spellmaker aspect. Like, you get to a certain level and it's like, yep, I'm going to just cast a shield that's like 1,400 extra hit points. And it has no like expiration. It's just there until you take 1,400 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
So
Wow.
Take that, the rules.
Right. So, but yeah, so that's been a lot of fun. And that's most of what I've been up to, being sick and playing DOS games. So,
I mean, sometimes DOS games, they can be fun. When I'm sick, I get addicted to Sim Tower. That's like my go-to sick game. Oh,
nice.
Yeah. Cody!
That's me!
What's up?
I recently picked up from a family member, now it's called the Meta, the Oculus Quest 2.
Ooh.
And I hurt myself immediately.
Cool.
Right off the bat.
Excellent.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was great.
Wait, what? How?
There is a boxing game called The Thrill of the Fight. And it's pretty good as far as VR things go. You hold the handles and you handles. Jesus, I'm 90. You hold the controllers and you punch with them and it moves and it tracks your movements pretty well. And it tracks your speed pretty well. So when you throw a hefty fucking right hook, it goes like, you threw a pretty good hook. And so, of course, I went right into like fighting the first opponent and just went absolutely ham, throwing the hardest punches and just absolutely going insane. And I was like, yeah, that was awesome. That was great. And the next day, like, apparently I throw my punches from my back because my triceps and the back of my shoulders and my upper back all completely dead.
Yeah.
Is that not how you throw a punch?
Not a good punch. Like, you can get a lot of power when you like heft over really hard and like pull from your back, and you kind of look like a thug, like that kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna, like from a Spider-Man comic or something.
Yeah.
You are generally supposed to throw them from up here, and they've got that.
I feel like this is another one of those the core helps things.
Yes, it is. Yes, it very much is, because the old saying goes, you punch from the ground. Basically, you push off. If you're throwing a big like power punch, you push off with your right foot, and you kind of turn your hip, and that whip motion follows up your body to come out your arm. And that's a good punch. That's a good form of a punch. I was not doing that. I was going, like leaning over and like just throwing. It was a lot of fun, and the cardio was great. But like I said, none of the right muscles hurt afterwards. So I got that going for me, which is nice.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, so that was like step one. And then I found this game called Waltz of the Wizard, where you can cast spells and it listens to your voice, and you can be like, bring me the coins, and it'll like zoom the coins over to your hand, and it is a lot of fun.
Nice.
So I'm both sides of the gamut with VR. I'm like self-injuring boxing games and I can cast spells game. I'm all over the place, and it's way too much fun. And of course, Beat Saber.
Oh, Beat Saber. Heck yeah.
We can't sing any of the songs here because they're copyrighted.
It's gonna be fun. Dave.
Hey. Yes. Well, I don't know. I've always looked up to John, and I figured if he got COVID, I should get COVID. I should see what all the kids are talking about. So I too got the vid, and I've been off work for several days now, and I've just been resting, watching TV, YouTube, and I found this cool show that was originally produced by the Science Channel called Meteorite Men, where these two guys go around digging up meteorites, and it's really cool. I've learned how metal detectors work like 27 times now because they do it every single episode.
Is that kind of like with Ghost Hunters, they explain like EMF readings every single episode?
Yeah, every single episode there are a few things they explain. Meteorites come in around 17,000 miles per hour. When they break up in the atmosphere, the smaller pieces fall first because they don't have as much momentum. Then you get a strewn field where the bigger pieces are towards the end. And so that's how you can tell which direction it came in. Blah, 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 blah. It's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I've watched the first 2 seasons of that. One more season to go. Yeah. And I am finally testing negative for COVID. It was not a quick change. It's still testing positive for a while. Still don't feel amazing. But it's getting to the point where it's like, yeah, I should probably start working again. But I don't want to. It's been a great week, except for being sick. So that'll be fun transition. That's what I've been up to. That and Minecraft. How about you, Jess?
No way.
So as of this recording, I have just celebrated my birthday a couple weeks ago.
Yes. Happy birthday, belatedly.
Thank you. And it was very nice. It was very lovely. I had a friend come in. We went and had fancy drinks. We drank out of something that looked like we were literally drinking out of a flower pot, because we were drinking out of a flower pot. It was very good.
Is that
very good.
fancy?
It was Oh no, the way this place was set was fancy. It was like we were in a gazebo area that we had rented out, and like we had like all these. It was everything was really good.
These are the flower pots you pay more than $10 for at Home Depot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was saying
These
that
are
I've been
not like
fancy
the-
every time I'm drunk.
Not the little, brown terracotta ones
Yeah,
that are
yeah.
like $1.25. These are the nice ones.
The nice
Well,
terracotta ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not
Sus.
the flimsy black plastic ones that the plants come in from the store.
Oh, certainly not
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, not those either. Speaking of which, I bought more plants, and I need to take them out of those flimsy little things and put them into their pots, because all of my stuff is growing out on my garden, but it's all just growing green, and I'm getting really impatient because like one of the plants, like the lavender, has shown some flowers, and then my lantana plant had a couple blooms, and they've already since died, and I'm just really impatient because I know that it's only the end of April, but I'm like, there should be flowers everywhere. Which isn't necessarily the case.
But there
I
should
want this
Yeah,
place to look
but-
like the secret fucking garden.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I want. I'm trying so hard.
Helps if you swear at your
Uh,
plants.
Trying so
Plants
fucking
love it.
hard, plants.
There you go.
Why are you
That's
every
what I'm talking
fucking
about.
day? Anyway,
I love it.
Um,
Makes me happy.
yeah. So I've just been like working on my garden, doing some art stuff, mostly working. I'm a year older, and yet within like a couple days of becoming a year older, I had like the 3 biggest zits I think I've had in like a decade. And it
Congrats.
doesn't help that like I'm notoriously like a picker. Adam? So like these 2 are healing, but this one, I don't know when this one's going to end up healing anytime soon.
Never.
Because it was also one of those, what is it? Like one of those subcutaneous clogs or something. So it was like in the,
Like a carbuncle?
it was,
Oh,
yeah.
calcified. I
Yeah.
hope not.
Yep, exactly. It
I see
was,
what you
it was,
did
a,
there.
it was a gem in one of my pores that clogged it up. And then,
So it could be like, oh, your poor face.
oh no. And the worst part was that like I did it and it looks terrible and it kind of hurts, but it doesn't hurt as bad as it did when it was still a pimple,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which is the worst part.
And isn't
Or
that a
the
metaphor
best
for life?
It's definitely a metaphor for this year in
Goddamn.
my life,
God damn.
apparently.
Not wrong.
But yeah,
Dave dropping the harsh truths.
it is, yeah. But I'm playing more. I've been trying to play more Elden Ring. I'm
mm-hmm.
partway through it. I just got to the big fancy city and fought like one of the last Elden Lords or something. And now I'm
That's where the flower
about to go
pots
to
come
the
from.
final map area. But I won't go there yet because there's too much stuff on the main map that I haven't done, I think. Yeah.
You got 100% everything. You got to get like all that. You got a 99% the
No.
whole game and then beat the final
No.
boss. That's no, don't do that.
Oh,
No,
God,
I just
I can't.
just
Even,
wanna
I barely
be-
even finish that sentence.
Yeah. I just want to be able to be strong enough so that when I do co-op to take on that final boss, because I'll be damned if I do it by myself, I'm not a
Literally.
hindrance to the group.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think that catches us up with everybody. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Are we caught up? Have we been?
I'm still
caught
hurting
up
myself
to
doing
update?
stupid shit.
Please don't. You gotta stop hurting yourself with doing stupid shit. And you two gotta stop
We'll
getting
see.
the COVID.
Yeah. Well, luckily,
Yeah, knock it off.
Yeah.
supposedly we're now unable to get it for about 3 months.
Lol, he said.
We shall see.
Yeah, we'll.
I make no
see.
promises.
I mean, don't test that luck, please.
I won't be. Yeah, I won't be putting it to the test. But
John's going out licking doorknobs, kissing strangers. It's going to be fantastic.
People are fascinating creatures that do amazing things. And what's the amazing thing we're going to be doing, listeners? Well, we're going to go on to the next delicious morsel of what is in this orange episode. And the
That was
intro goes a little like this.
A great segue.
Welcome. Why don't you join us? as we lay down the cards. Find out what the fates have in store as Jess leads us through the scene foretold.
All right, yeah. What this next segment is it is called The Scene Foretold. That is where I take a deck of tarot cards and I pull one of those cards. I show my cohorts what that card looks like, and that means that anybody who is a Patreon listener, they can also join our live recordings and they get to see what the card looks like as well. And then we will do a scene based off of that card. I'll also read the description of the card just so that we know what's going on. Today I am using the Anima Mundi tarot deck that I got by Megan Wyreden. I'm also going to say that I had you in mind when I pulled it, Cody.
Oh.
Because of all of that. I think we've actually gotten this little guy before, too. It's the Page of Cups. No, it's a good card.
That does sound familiar.
Sounds very card.
Wait, am I the page? Wait a minute.
You're a flower
the
pot.
Page of Cups.
You're
a cheap flower pot.
No, you're fancy.
So the Page of Cups is a boundless, intuitive, and a bit of an inner child. Don't be afraid to dream big and follow your heart. Additionally, be sure to listen to your intuition. It's trying to tell you something. It represents youthful energy, freedom, inspiration, intuition, and positive messages.
Huh.
Look at a
4
little
out of 5
otter
ain't
guy.
bad.
Look at him.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
He
He's
is.
cute.
Mm-hmm.
Kawaii desu
Like a
yo.
little otter
Adorable.
dude
Otter
backstroking
pup.
with a cup.
Yeah, and he's just chilling amongst the seaweed. Like,
Mhm.
He just can't kelp himself.
Oh, Dave, what are you doing?
putting the card away now. See you later, John.
Killed John. You killed her.
I thought it was pretty good, but now I'm not so sure.
Oh my gosh.
Dave, you son of a beach. So I'm thinking for this next product launch, we take it in a different direction. Oh, I know. Okay. I know what you're thinking. I know that we've always been the serious. We've always, this is, you know, we've got the big impressive logo and we're all just being big fancy adults. But hear me out. What if we had a little more fun with this? You know what I'm saying?
Bill?
Yeah.
We manufacture coffins.
Right. And that's where we need to open up, see what I did there, to a new demographic, a new sense of whimsy. You know, is whimsy the right word? It's something.
For coffins?
Yeah. Like, what's your favorite cartoon character, Ted?
Oh, well, that's easy. That's clearly Woody Woodpecker.
Woody Woodpecker. There you go. That works even better. So say your kid dies tomorrow, and what coffin are you going to get for him? What is it? The brass fittings? The Hartford? No, that's not fun.
The
Doesn't
Hartford doesn't come in child size.
Exactly. Child size Hartfords. Someone else should write that down. That's a great idea, Ted.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to talk?
Huh?
Am I allowed to talk, or am I just taking
you
notes?
can talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is open floor. You're good. You're good to
Going
go.
for the whimsical. Maybe we could. You know how, and kids dying. You know how kids' beds, like you can get some that are like they look like a race car. Maybe you could do a race car coffin.
Race car
Casket.
coffin. Yeah, I'm still unclear on the difference between coffin and casket. I think Andrew knows. Andrew, like, if you want to,
Andrew's smart.
Yeah, I don't think it's material to the current discussion.
Right.
I could reach out see what licensing deals we can get.
What's that movie where they drive around and they're sentient and they're racing and they've got
The one about the cars?
Cars.
What
Cars.
is that? Yeah, the
one about
Cars
those,
one.
yeah.
Yes, Cars.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, and a tow truck
Uh-huh.
too.
Mhm.
There's also a tow truck in it.
Yeah.
Yes,
God, you think that Disney
you're
would
talking about
license it to us?
Cars.
Right. So what's
Yeah.
the name of the movie?
Cars.
Oh, that's the movie. Excellent. Let's move on. Let's do that. Can we get licensing with that? Do you think people will be happy happy with
Abby,
that?
yes, please save us.
Hello, my wonderful coffin creators. I just want to say that I got the latest numbers, and we're doing great. You're doing
Knew it.
wonderful.
Knew it.
I want you to keep it up. As you can tell, I'm instigating. I saw your email about bringing in more whimsy to the death.
Right.
And so I've now instigated a list of rules here at the funeral home. One being you can no longer wear black. No one can wear black. We don't want to mourn
Pants off, then.
anymore. We want to, you need to keep pants on.
They're black pants.
Then you need to get paint on those pants immediately, sir, but I will not have indecency near a corpse.
No, I've got boxers on. Look, they're fun. They've got little musical notes on them.
Those are fun.
Those are known as the whimsy boxers.
They are. You've all seen them before.
So no more black clothing to mourn. Also, we will no longer be providing Kleenex or tissues if people are crying out of sadness and departure, only if it is tears of joy.
Oh,
Okay.
these our clients have generally lost loved ones, oftentimes in traumatic ways.
Yes, yeah.
I just don't know if telling them the correct way to process that is
I agree. I think that we need to
helpful.
put ourselves through some sensitivity training to understand different ways to ask them, but have you looked on the bright side? Or have you tried this instead? Smiling.
Have you tried not grieving? Oh.
I might just make you the head of the HR for this.
Oh Jesus.
So excited. It's the best day of my life.
Oh,
Can
yes,
I have
I'm
another
excited.
idea?
Of course.
Well, I've been into like retro arcades recently, and
Mhm.
I heard some people referring to pinball machines as a body box. So maybe we could do a casket
Oh.
that's also a functional pinball machine.
I mean,
Oh,
why
I
stop there?
like
Why not just make the
that.
corpses into pinball machines?
That's kinda what I'm
This is
thinking.
why I have
That's
you on my
amazing.
team.
Oh, I
This is
love
why
it.
I'm also live streaming this entire conversation.
To the
Get
Council of
to it, my
Morticians.
coffineers. Make
Wow, how
dreams alive.
Ted, that's brilliant.
I like that slogan.
Yeah.
I like that slogan for this a lot.
For the pinballs, are you thinking eyeballs or testicles?
Okay, Greg, I'm gonna just you can be on the board now. I'm gonna just take your bucket and mop and start doing the floors.
Scene.
Oh my god. Well, that was the
dear.
darkest I've ever gone. I feel
What?
really icky.
Oh, Dave, sorry, I couldn't remember if I had named you or not,
I can't remember either.
but I
He
just
was-
had
I did. He
like
was Andrew.
from your first entrance of "Can I say something?" I just
was-
had in my head like this isn't even a guy that's like part of this meeting. He's the janitor.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking
Love it.
just coming in with the one up on my honestly ghoulish character was so fun. Because I was like half expecting you to be like, oh my god, what are you doing? This is monstrous. You need to knock it all off. And I'm scrambling to be like, no, it's great. People love it. But then you took it another fucking step further with people aren't allowed to cry at funerals.
Oh God, that was like
Tears of happiness.
Of happiness.
oh.
You
Tears
can
of
cry if
joy.
you're overjoyed.
Yeah, it's like you have to ask each individual mourner why they're crying,
Excuse me.
and if anything is sad, you just take the Kleenex out of their hand and say, "Not for you."
Sir,
Mm.
sir, I need the facial tissues. Sir,
Oh.
Please don't make me ask you to leave.
I loved what Salt put in. There's like, turn that frown upside down or be escorted out. So funny. Love
I
it
can't
when you
believe
go dark.
I said out loud, so imagine your kid dies. Yes. Was,
tomorrow.
yeah. Yes. Like you have the whole night with him. Jesus.
All right.
Well, that was definitely a course in and of itself.
Mm.
And now we are turning the corner to what will be the treat of the evening. So get your parfait forks, because it sounds a little like this.
It's the improv game of the week.
This is the game that I get to choose what we're going to play. And we're going to do something a little different. It's a little new. It is a replay game that is called Blind Replay. But since this is an audio podcast, we'll call it
Replay unawares.
Unawares. Oh, Unawares. I like that. Okay, so the way that this game works is one of us will be doing a scene, but no one else is in the scene. They will be delivering their lines as though they're reading their own lines from a script, their own reactions. No one else will hear what they say. Then another one of us will replay the scene, and another one of us will join that first person. And the second person will have to try and help justify whatever it is the first person has said with their own lines. And then finally, the last person will come in to try and tie everything together. I'm doing this as a 3-person one so that I can sit out and I can moderate the scene and give cues for when people can come in and everything. So the way that we're going to do this is the first person who will do the first scene, they won't deafen themselves. But then after that, we'll choose someone else to undeafen, and then the third one. I want to choose who's going in what order now so that we know. So what I'll do is I'll make a, this will be like the scene is ended. Okay. And then the next person that comes in, this means the next person's going to unmute or undeafen. Okay.
Undeath.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we just need to know who wants to go first.
I'll go first.
Okay, Dave, you'll go first. Who wants to follow Dave?
I can follow.
John or Cody?
Go, John.
Okay. And then Cody, you'll be last. So
Yay. Like real life.
if Cody and John, if you could deafen yourselves right now.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a random word generator to get the suggestion, Dave and listeners, just so that I want to make sure that they can't see it in chat. Okay.
Okay.
Random word generator. Okay. So your word is jacket.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you can begin when you're ready. Make sure like you leave pauses and breaks for everyone.
All right.
So, okay.
Hey, could you bring me my jacket? I left it in the dryer. No, I'm packing now. Oh, gosh. I don't leave everything to the last minute. It's just the way things happened today. Jeez. It'll be fine. No, I wanted the gray one, the charcoal one. Yeah, I left it in the dryer. I like it. I think it matches. Well, you don't have to wear it. No, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit snippy. No, it's going to be a good time.
All right, John. So Dave has set up the scene. I will let you know what the scene suggestion was, and then we'll replay the scene, and you'll be thrown into it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so your scene suggestion is jacket.
Hey, could you bring me my jacket? I left it in the dryer.
Oh, in the dryer? Oh, that's on fire now.
Well, I'm packing now.
Well, you're going to need to pack later then, because that jacket is gone.
No, I didn't leave it to the last minute. I just how everything shook out.
Well, yeah, and like you forgot to clean the lint trap, so now it's on fire.
No, the charcoal one.
Yes, it is charcoal now.
I left it in the dryer.
That explains the delicious hardwood scent.
Well, I like it. I think it matches.
I mean, yes, if your jacket had not, gone up in flames, it definitely would match that scent.
Well, you don't have to wear it.
No one is going to be wearing it.
I'm sorry. I'm being snippy. We're gonna have a good time.
Yes, just without that jacket.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
All right, Cody, you are coming into this scene. Dave and John have provided their moments. Remember, this is a replay, so everything that they say will be unchanged.
Oh, no.
They're just going, and it is up
I
to
can't
you.
remember anything.
Tie it all together. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that, John. Good luck.
Yeah.
And your scene suggestion, Cody, is jacket.
Is that mine or is that the scene?
Everybody's. Yeah,
Okay.
was jacket.
Jacket.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, could you bring me my jacket? I left it in the dryer.
Oh, that's on fire now.
Sorry, that's on me. Sorry.
Yeah, no, the charcoal one. I left it in the dryer.
Yes, the dryer is on fire.
Because I put charcoal in it. That was, again, I'm full responsibility is right here for the house fire.
No, I'm not. I didn't leave it to the last minute. I'm packing now. It's just how things shook out.
You're going to have to pack later because you didn't clean the lint tray and now it's all on fire.
I wasn't going to pack at all. I wasn't even going on this trip. I was just trying to get ready for the barbecue party that I was going to throw when you eventually left.
Well, I like the charcoal jacket. I think it matches.
It definitely would match that wonderful hardwood scent if it were not burnt now.
I think that's where I got my wires crossed when you said charcoal jacket. I put my jean jacket in the dryer with charcoal briquettes. I thought it was going to be really cool. That's on me. Again, we're at 3.
Well, you don't have to wear it. I'm going to wear it.
No one's going to be wearing it now.
I'm actually going to try if you're willing to just leave. And I'm going to see what I can scrape together.
No, I'm sorry. I'm being snippy. It's all right. We're going to have a good time.
We are going to have a good time, just not with that jacket.
Right, because I thought we just decided that I'm keeping it and you were leaving, even though there's a fire that I caused.
It's going to be a good time.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, man. Can't wait to edit that and hear how many things I got out of order.
What's
Fun.
funny is our initial playthrough, or the playthrough with just me, you didn't specify, or at least, or maybe I wasn't hearing it. I feel like you were saying just charcoal and never charcoal jacket. And so then with Cody, you were saying charcoal jacket, and it was like on my end, I was like, oh shit, that's what he was talking about the whole fucking time. Oh, okay. It's like, that makes so much more sense than
Give us the debrief, Jess.
Yeah, how did that go?
I thought it went very well. I thought it was very, very cute because like Dave had such a very like simple scene starter, and then John came in and she's like, "There's a fire though." What am I gonna do? And then Cody's just like, "Yeah, I know there's a fire, but I really want to party. Can you finish with the packing, please?"
The fire is secondary.
The fire is secondary to everybody. I caused it. Yeah, I caused it. But can you get this, because the fire's already started and I need to get the party started, was how I was like hearing that in my head. Yeah.
Nice.
The good news is that when Cody came in, Dave and I learned that we didn't start the fire.
That's true.
You didn't light it and I didn't try to fight it.
Talk of jean jacket friction.
With that, fellow listeners, we have come to the end of this meal of delectable laughs and ha-has and merriment. For this week, just for this week, we will be back again next week for another episode of a Wasting All the Time Productions show. If you really liked what you listened to and everything, make sure that you give us like a review on whatever podcast service that you're listening to on this. It helps us in the algorithms and be seen and spread the joy and the happiness. And if there's a scene that you liked in particular, you can go to our website, wastingallthetime.com. And you can vote. Just let us know what episode it is and what segment it was. At the end of the year, what we do is we take all of those recommended episodes, we put it into a giant vote for the best top 10 list, and then we'll do a review and have some fun reminiscing with y'all about our top best moments
It's
of
great.
improv for the year 2022. If there was something that happened in this episode where you were very angry or offended, or not even just offended, but like, how dare you pronounce fruitcock the way that you did?
Madam.
Fruitkeek
There you
the
go.
way that you did. Then you can also let us know about that on Twitter. Elon Musk's now Twitter. If you just at Jay Hansen himself, I can 100% promise you that John will not see it. And now I'm trying to stare into the void as to whether or not I will see it either. I don't know.
Yeah, you should definitely at Elon also when you do that.
Yes, make sure you at Elon Musk if there is something in
Hilarious.
this episode that you disliked, because as the owner of Twitter now, he needs to know all these things.
Very important.
And
It's
Elon, we
important.
know you
it's
listen.
part of the responsibility.
We know you listen. Big fan.
You're welcome. You're welcome in advance.
Just every tweet from now on should at Elon Musk.
Oh my God.
It really should.
Just every single one. Just
Yeah. So I think that covers everything. So I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever it is that you're listening to this podcast. Thank you so much for your support and giving us a listen. And I hope that we wasted all of the time. Until next time, bye.
Bon voyage.
Butts.
Good night, folks.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end of another episode of Wasting All the Time, a podcast. If you enjoyed this show, then please consider subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, or follow us on Spotify. If you really enjoyed the show, then head on over to patreon.com/timewastepod and become a supporter of our time-wasting efforts. Now, that was a lot of things I just threw at you, so if you forget all that, just head on over to wastingallthetime.com. And there, we have all the answers. As we lay down the cards, find out what the fates have in store. As Jess leads us through
Yeah.
Dave,
the scene foretold.
that's not the right segment.
Isn't it?
No, it's not.
Well, the bonus monthly episodes do the card foretells, which is the regular playing cards.
Yeah, this is an orange episode.
Isn't it
Right.
Jess's rant?
And so
Oh.
I break shit down in
I'm
the
sorry.
first part.
It was
Yeah.
the correct card segment.
It was, yeah, but not
Just
the first
not the
morsel
where is it? What is the
segment.
one?
Hello,
Oh, you do
lovely
style
listeners.
it. Hold on. Here we go. 'Cause
Style it.
it's you do it over the beat, so I gotta play it. All right, here we go. I get worse and worse at this every fucking week.